everyone. Here on September 17, 1787, we are taking some time out of our busy days to remember one of the most influential times in our history. The day we broke up with the British is one that we should remember throughout the ages. And boy, those British did not take the split well.
That's right, Sally. They sure will be binge drinking tea for months.
In all seriousness, folks, only 11 years ago, the final draft of the Declaration of Independence was approved, a document we should be proud of, for it was the founding document of our country, signed right across the street here at Independence Hall in Philadelphia.
Our nation's leaders had had enough. In June of 1776, the Second Continental Congress took action against the old crown and started a committee to draft the Declaration and create a government of the people. They made sure to include a long list of grievances they had against King George III. Written by Thomas Jefferson and 4 others, and inspired by the words of Locke, the Declaration was our nation's first official statement of asserting our own government.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, my colonial brethren. In other news, there have been recent developments in the mechanics of the aftermath of Shays' Rebellion in Massachusetts. Hundreds have been taken into custody to be tried on an array of charges related to the armed uprising.
Although, Mary, it is rumored that the government is going pretty soft these days. A lot of pardons are being passed out, even to Daniel Shay himself. The political outcry has since caused an uproar of desire for our leaders to convene to discuss our current governing method with Articles of Confederation.
Looks like we have breaking news from the Independence desk. We just got word that our leaders have just now signed a brand new document to govern the people, and they are here in Philadelphia, right under our noses.
That's right. The group has allegedly been meeting in Independence Hall for 4 months now. Let's cut to our field reporter in the middle of the action for more.
Hello to everyone in the studios. Right now I am here at the PA State House waiting for the official signers of this document to leave the building in which they have been planning, drafting, and meeting for months. The Pennsylvania State House, built originally in 1732, took 21 years to construct. No surprise, the construction was overseen by ambitious lawyer and statesman Andrew Hamilton. As you can see behind me, the building is a piece of beautiful Georgian architecture with a tower and steeple and keystones above each window. It was previously the meeting place of the Pennsylvania State Legislature and was generously offered as the setting for these mysterious meetings of our national government.
Now, Florence, what exactly is this document they've been working on? Sure, it'll replace those articles. Good thing, too, because I'm not sure this nation can take another rebellion.
Well, Mary, I'm just receiving the details now, but it looks like the main goal here was to increase the power of our national government.
Wait a second, this sounds like our rights in jeopardy.
Now, not exactly. The government has been officially split into 3 branches, including the legislative, judicial, and executive. Supposedly, these departments will check and balance the others. We don't want another case of tyranny on our hands.
Wow, this is quite the development here. In case you were just joining us, we have caught word that a new national document has been signed by our nation's major delegates outlining a new government for the United States of America.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not sure that all of those headstrong guys agreed to this document. Where was the contention here?
Good question, Sally. I just got a report that the prominent George Mason and Elbridge Gerry were 2 of 3 delegates out of all 42 attendants who did not sign the document. Apparently, it was on account of a lack of Bill of Rights of sorts. To be honest, ladies, Rhode Island delegates refused to even show up to these meetings. The word around town is maybe their aggressive flaunting of power is on account of a little overcompensation for something else. Hey, just throwing something out there.
Ready? Our in-studio specialist is predicting this lack of listed rights to be a strong point of contention throughout the future ratification process of this Constitution. Many of you tuning in are expressing your apprehension about losing personal liberties, but not to fear. Our studio is with you throughout this ordeal, telling you the up-to-date information we know as soon as we know it.
Now we are going to delve a little bit into the location of Pennsylvania's government that will forever be remembered for this event. Let's get familiar with the building, Florence.
Okay, Helen, so I gained entrance to the building, and it looks like this room, dubbed the Assembly Room, is where all the action happened. It also happens to be the same room in which the Declaration was signed, and where Washington was named the Commander-in-Chief of our Continental Army.
Can you gain access to any of the other rooms, Florence?
Well, Helen, across the hall here is the courtroom where, as you might guess, the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania makes their decisions and asserts court authority. The new Constitution outlines powers for a national Supreme Court system as well as individual state systems.
If I remember correctly, that was the room in which members of Pennsylvania's military ripped down the coat of arms of the king.
That would be correct, Mary. On another note, I've just been given exclusive access to the notes of Mr. Madison on today's actions of the delegation. They are as follows. He then moved that the Constitution be signed by the members and offered the following as a convenient form, viz., done in convention by the unanimous consent of the states, present the 17th of September, and in witness whereof we have hereunto subscribed our names. The he being referred to in the notes is Dr. Franklin. Mr. Madison also includes the votes on this motion, which was a yes from each state, with only South Carolina divided.
Thank you, Florence, for your reports on this momentous occasion. That wraps up our news broadcast for September 17, 1787. Stay tuned for the duration of the week for updates on the start of the ratification of this new document. This is Helen,
Mary,
and Sally signing off.